Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are here with Trish and Carrie. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Trish, how are you? It's great to see you again.
It's great to see you too. Thank you for filling in for Steve Bose, who's off at a beach somewhere.
Well, one of us has to be, and I'm not sure I can fill those shoes, but we'll have fun anyways.
I would think so. Yeah, actually, I was really excited to hear that you were going to be able to come on with me today. It's fun for me anyway, because like Steve and I sometimes get a little too comfortable with each other. Like, we might get into arguments on here. I don't know if you and I are going to argue today. Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
hey,
knows?
anything's
It could
open.
happen. It could happen.
That's right.
No, seriously, thank you for coming on. Why don't you take a second and for anybody who's out there listening to us and watching us, tell them who you are, where you work, and then we'll kind of talk about just what's going on for the day.
Great, thanks. Yeah, so Carrie Gillum, I'm a VP of Marketing at JobVite. We provide talent acquisition software and solutions for organizations of all sizes. Super excited to be part of the organization and have been in the space for a long time through a few other companies. I'm based in the Boston area. So if I get some wicked smarts out there, you'll understand why.
I love that. I recently went to Boston. I didn't know if you had caught on to that, but I'm really good friends with Madeline Loretta, who I know you know as well. And no, we went, and I'll have to tell you, I did something in Boston that I had never done before, and I want to see if you've done it. So I rode the ducks. Have you rode the ducks in
You know,
Boston?
I haven't, but my brother was just out from Colorado Springs, and they've got my niece's pictures on the little, they did the whole duck thing, and they've got the pictures on the statues. And so, yeah, it's such, you don't do it when you're in your own city. You don't do the tourist things.
I'm telling you what. So I've never ridden them. We have them, some from Missouri, and in Branson they have them. I've never ridden them. I've seen them my whole life, never done it. Got there and I thought, oh, this is going to be really cheesy. It
Yeah.
is the best thing we did.
Was it
Like,
fun?
and we should have done it earlier. So my tip for anybody going to Boston is do that first, because they actually tell you a lot of like kind of secret or lesser known things to see when you're there, and a lot of it's free. So
Mm-hmm.
not only are you hearing about the history, you learn about
Right.
architecture, you get a cool boat ride. I mean, it's comedy. It's like an hour and a half long though, but it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great way to see the city. Anytime I think when you're in a different city, like you just got to go along with it and sort of when in Rome and see things the way they see it, right? We've done carriage rides in different cities and just got to go with the flow and try it out.
Exactly. Well, okay. So next time you take a staycation, I'm telling you, get a
We
ride
will
the
do
duck.
that. That's
So
right. Yeah, we'll do that.
yeah. So so I was gonna ask you also today, like I usually bring up like if there's a special day, not like day of the week, but like, international or national day. Today is World Photography Day. So are you into photography at all? Are you someone that does that or no?
You know what? I'm not particularly good at it. My sister is the family photographer, but my daughter has really taken an interest, and she did a summer program for a few years. And so we invested in a nice camera, and she did digital photography for a couple of summers there. So we've got some beautiful pictures around the house that
Okay.
we've been able to print out of her. So she's the one with the artistic eye and the ability.
Really? Oh, see, that's so good when you have a child that's interested in something and just like go all in and like really support it.
Right,
She
embrace
might
it.
like this tip then if she really is still into it. So I'm kind of like the designated photographer of my family, although I have
Okay.
like no training, no, it's just like, whatever I see. But I'm always the one like with the selfies for the whole family. I'm always like,
Yeah.
find your face,
Right.
everyone.
You're more
Um,
talented than me then.
yeah, but my sister and I actually have a master class subscription. I don't know if you've done any
Oh,
masterclass.com
haven't, but yeah, fully know it. Yeah, for sure.
coursework. So we decided we needed a hobby because we are like getting older. We're like we used to do like cross stitch and stuff. It's too hard to see it now. So I'm like, I need something I can see. So
Yeah.
we decided, I haven't done it yet. Like I'm just into the very first class, but there's photography classes on there. On all sorts of things. The one I'm picking, I'm gonna get this right here. Jimmy Chen, who does adventure photography. So I thought, all right, I'm going to learn about adventure photography, like a lot of outdoors and mountains and
Yeah.
oceans and things like that. But he is the photographer who works for National Geographic and did the movie Free Solo. I don't know if you
Wow.
saw that one, that documentary.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I highly recommend. It's one about a guy by the name of Alex Hanold who climbs like really tall mountains with no ropes. It's all just free
Oh,
climbing. So the photography is
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, in 2019, it won Best Oscar for Best or Oscar for Best Documentary Feature. So free
Okay.
solo. But anyway, so for any people there for World Photography Day, even your daughter,
Yeah, I will tell her. And the
yeah, let her
combination of
know.
that and traveling, so much fun and just such a great way to have memories from the different trips and things.
Yeah. So now, okay, you're mentioning your daughter. Is she a senior this year?
She is. She's going into her senior year in a few weeks.
And
So
then
the
I
fun begins.
I have two as well. How are you handling it?
I, we raise them hoping that they'll become independent adults and go off and have their own wings, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Right now that we're here, my son is starting his third year in college, and it's good for them. But
Oh,
it's just, I don't know. It goes by so fast. Everybody says that, but
mm.
yeah, we'll handle it. I keep trying to get her to go to a school right down the road, and I don't think that's going to fly.
No. Is she
So
starting to look? Is she starting to look at a few?
yeah, we did a tour in June. We drove 2,800 miles in June, looking at different schools. So she wants the Southeast. So
Okay.
she's looking at quite a few schools and doing a lot of SAT prep and
Oh,
prep stuff
same.
now, so that she'll be ready this fall. Yeah. How about you?
Kind of the same.
Where
My
you're
kids are
okay?
looking all over too, though, and now I don't feel so bad about like taking some road trips with them. We've gone to Ohio State, we've gone to University of Nebraska, Vanderbilt, kind of all over.
Okay.
Some are more academic leaning, some are more sports leaning, sports and
Hmm.
academics, I should say. Oddly, they've both been accepted at University of Nebraska, which I didn't think was going to be like a top contender. They loved it.
I've known people that have
Loved
gone there, and yeah, all good things.
Oh my gosh, like I would say there in Ohio State had the best recruiting I've
Okay.
ever experienced. Like I want to go to both schools now,
Yeah.
personally. Like
I would, if I
recruit
could
me.
do it now, I would do it so differently than I
Oh,
had done it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to keep in touch because Vanderbilt is on my daughter's list. So
Ooh,
that was one of the schools we saw in June. So
we could be like
we
college
could,
moms
moms,
together.
we'll get the t-shirts.
Okay, that's awesome actually. And that's not too far from either one of us. I think we could like, work
Yeah,
out some road
it's
trips there.
doable. Yeah.
Deal. Good deal. Hey, well,
Okay.
listen, why don't you also tell us a little bit about what's going on at Job Bite? I know there's a ton of new things. While you're talking, I actually want to put up the Job Bite site so people can kind of
Mhm.
know where to look for what's new there.
Thanks for that. Yeah. So Job Bite, we are, it's such a tough time right now in talent acquisition, right? It's this
Yeah.
perfect storm. We've heard all the stories of how many companies are struggling hiring talent. We had a CAB meeting earlier this summer, and one of our customers had shared that they've doubled the number of recs that they're posting, and yet they're getting
Really?
50% of the number of applications. So it's just super tough. So we are just as a company just completely focused on how can we help recruiters, hire faster, hire top talent, and get better ROI. So we're doing a lot of things in the product, from automating some sourcing and different things to giving them some unique insights to find great candidates. And then, of course, in the services side as well. And then with our recent news a few months ago with Jazz HR and Next Thing RPO, really, we're excited that we really think we've got the right solution for the right companies, whether it's technology or services, and we can really service them and help them hire talent because it's just a super hard time right now for recruiters.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, whether I'm on LinkedIn or Twitter or even Facebook a little bit now, it just
Yeah.
seems like people from all different industries are just complaining about it. Like they don't
Hmm.
have enough help. But then oddly though, the people I do know that are job seekers seem to be saying like the jobs at the right levels aren't out there. And
Right.
I'm like, no, I think they're there. It's just they're hard to
It's,
connect. It just feels like it's
yes.
hard to connect the dots.
Right.
So I think that's one thing you guys are doing really well is helping people connect those two things.
Connect the dots. And it's really to a point where it's impacting business performance and
Oh,
outcomes. We were in
absolutely.
Tennessee over the weekend and stopped at a restaurant, and they can't even open their dining room, right? It's takeout only because they can't get people to come work. So it really is at a point where it's impacting business performance and their outcomes. So yeah, we're excited. We're completely focused and delivering lots of great products and services and education.
Good deal. Well, good. Well, listen, everyone, be sure to check out jobvite.com, right? And or they can connect with you on LinkedIn,
Absolutely.
Twitter. You're all on Twitter, wherever, you're everywhere, obviously.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on, taking a work break with me. I'll tell you what, I needed one. I don't know about you. I mean, we talked a little bit about our kids and stuff, but I sort of remember like in the way distant past of being pregnant with the twins and feeling sort of weepy for no apparent reason. I kind of feel like then I've been
It's back.
fine for 17 years, and I don't know if it's like menopause getting me at the same time they're seniors, or if I'm just like they're seniors and I'm kind of weepy. I'm not a crier, but I swear, like today I was just kind of like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's, it's funny. I remember when my oldest nephew went off to college, like everybody tells you you'll be ready when they go off. And my sister said, that's complete crap. She's like, I cried the whole way home, So yeah, I just think, when you're excited for them, right? I mean, she's
Yes.
getting ready and getting her cheer uniforms and they're excited. So we're excited for them, but yeah, we just, we adore them. So
I know. You do want them to go off and be successful, and yeah, it's just hard. It's really hard.
yeah,
So I'm taking mine to a concert tonight. We don't do a lot like all together just because,
yeah.
and my niece is also a senior at the same school.
Oh,
So
fun.
same high school. And so yeah, my sister and I are kind of like conspiring to get them to do as much with us this year as
As
we
we
can,
can, we'll
can do.
take
So
every moment.
no, it'll be interesting. I'll have to report back next week how it goes. But we're going to see an outdoor concert. We're going to be sitting on the lawn, but Luke Bryan.
Oh,
So
so fun. I think he was just here. I think it was one
yeah,
that I missed, but yeah, so
yeah.
fun.
We did one of those. It's not that I mean, I like him, but I'm not like I don't know all his music or anything. But it's like we just want to go to a concert and sit outside and have some sense of normalcy and
Right.
music. So that's the
Interesting.
plan for tonight. We'll have to see.
Good.
I will tell you from my visit to Nashville, and if you've been down to Vanderbilt,
Yeah.
you may have one too. I have my boots and my hat though. I'm ready. Like,
Good for you. I do too. Well, we'll meet in Vanderbilt one of these days with our boots and our hats.
oh my gosh, we totally have to do a Nashville trip now, Carrie.
Sounds
All
good to
right.
me.
Thanks for joining me. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. We will see you back here. Steve will be back next week with me on Monday. And so we'll sign off now and say have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.
Great. Thanks, Trish. Talk soon.
All right. Bye bye.